Speaking of pitchers, David Price threw 75 pitches today in a simulated game. He had this to say about how he's feeling and how that elbow's feeling. Take a listen.
If I didn't feel confident in my abilities to go out there and to pitch well, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't put myself at risk, and I wouldn't put the team at risk. This is we've taken a good amount of time since it happened on March 2nd, so I feel like I'm ready to go.
Okay, Scott. So with Drew Pomeranz leaving today's game with plans to get an MRI on his arm due to tight triceps, and Stephen Wright done for the year, is it legit or not to say that the Red Sox, they need to get Price back into the rotation as soon as possible?
I think so. I think that Baltimore and New York have played better than expected, certainly New York, and I think that those two omissions, as far as arms for Boston, that's a huge deal. Price, he's getting paid $1 million to start, and he's not starting. It's unbelievable. I think that with what he and Sale could do in consecutive days, that could be. Remember, have you seen Ricky Bobby? You've seen that movie, Talladega Nights?
I've seen bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces. Shake and bake.
I know about that part. That's one of the pieces I've seen.
They could be shake and bake. And I think that at some point, because Sale experienced this a lot, we're in Chicago with the White Sox, where he felt like he was on this island. Quintana picked up the last year or so. But he's like, I am pitching like a Cy Young pitcher, and we're not even challenging for the AL Central. Now in the East, and it's a lot more competitive than the Central right now, I think that they will feed off one another, and they need it right now. Their position players are primed to still win this division. Price they need, I think, to win 90 games.
David Price comes back. That'll be 4 lefties in their rotation.
Sure.
Which is a bonus.
Very rare.
You could say. John Farrell also said David needs to get at least 2 rehab starts before they even consider putting him back on the
It's one thing to want and need him back desperately. It's another to rush him. They should not rush him.
He's the one, though, that really went out and said, I feel fine. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't feel fine. Let me go.
Sure.
Let me get out there.
70-plus pitches. That's a good sign.
Yeah, but a simulated game is never the same. And I know he was out on the mound the other day trying to get the dirt under his feet, just get his, get feeling right again.
AAA, though, is a pretty good test.
Yeah.
But simulations,
Simulations.
Grain of salt.
Never the same.